Alright, you ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready as Freddy in your nightmares. First, check it out.
What?
Look what I got. Lord of the Rings ring.
That's
One ring to rule them all, and in darkness bind them. The ring of doom. You know, like a wedding ring.
I mean, no, it's not.
Do you like fun and adventure? Then sit back and enjoy the Brothers Not Lovers as they discuss all things movies. What's overrated or underrated? What makes you go really? Or how dare you? Or even just simply how funny this movie can be. You have the insightful, intuitive Davey, who is awesome. And you have the film bestie, Josh. He's there.
Hi, I'm Davey. I'm awesome. This is Josh, the film bestie.
Hey.
You know what? Let's just go with that. And this is Overrated, Underrated.
And I'm the film bestie.
And on Overrated, Underrated, we usually talk about movies, give a few each, and discuss whether or not we feel they are overrated or underrated, or if we agree.
And then we say, how dare you?
It's a completely different thing.
Yeah, it was. Is.
But this time on Overrated, Underrated, we're actually going to change it up just a little this time. We're going to be doing a special Overrated, Underrated Actors Edition. He's got 3 actors, I've got 3 actors, and we're going to talk about if we feel that they are overrated or underrated as actors.
You think you know what all mine are?
Well, since you're so devious, why don't you go ahead and start?
Well, to start, I'm just going to get this one out of the way because I find him irritating. Very overrated, Pierce Bronson. Didn't deserve 007.
What do you have, crazy? Pierce Bronson, he's like a man right there. A man!
Now he looks like a man who ate another man.
What are you talking about? He's still in great shape. Did you not see Black Adam?
Ugh.
He rocked as Dr. Fate. The rest of that movie, but Dr. Fate, awesome.
Isn't it a movie about a black guy named Adam?
No, it is a movie about whatever the hell The Rock is, playing a character called Black Adam. And in it, there's other superheroes, and one of them is Dr. Fate, played by Pierce Brosnan.
Brosnan?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bronson.
Brosnan. You're thinking of Charles Bronson.
Hold on.
I just looked it up.
Brosnan?
It's Brosnan. N-A-N.
This can't be.
Glad we're filming this.
Oh my god, it does say Pierce Brosnan. I still hate him!
Pierce Brosnan, Dr. Fate, the Thomas Crown Affair.
He sucks!
But don't act like you didn't watch that movie.
Do I look like I've ever been to England or visited royalty? What would I need with a crown? And I don't believe in affairs.
The movie had Rene Russo's topless.
How did I miss that? Oh, Pierce Bronson is in it.
Brosnan.
Brosnan.
He was even in Mrs. Doubtfire.
I know, and I'm so mad.
What are you talking about, mad? You were laughing like hell when he was choking on that piece of fish.
Because I thought he was going to die.
Dude, you were out of your mind to say that he's an overrated actor. He is fantastic.
Way overrated.
Fantastic. Okay, so for my first, I'm going to do an underrated. A very underrated actor who's actually disappeared for a while and is finally making a comeback. But man, back in the 90s and early 2000s, if you needed a good villain in your movie, you called Michael Wincott.
Oh.
I think that means he agrees.
Dude is one of the greatest actors ever. kind of like the homage they gave to him in his episode of Westworld. He's playing the robot Western outlaw, but he's so old, used up, that he's kind of like in and out. It was like a perfect little send off to the way he's been treated. Deserved better.
He did. I mean, for one, as great as a villain as he was, I feel like he was never given a chance to show that he could do anything else. I mean, I get it. That voice definitely, strikes a little fear in you. You know this guy's going to kill you just by the voice.
I liked it when he played the good guy. He's done okay there.
But it doesn't happen very often.
No.
Guy of Gisborne, the Jailkeeper, and the Count of Monte Cristo. Basically, any movie they put him in, if they were like, hey, you're going to be the villain, then you knew that movie was going to rock.
Yeah, and he was so charismatic that his cousin didn't even cut his heart out with the spoon. He just ended it quick. He got it on with Bai Ling.
Yeah, in The Crow. And you think about that. That was like the perfect villain setup. That they had Michael Wincott right next to Alan Rickman. Yeah. That's why that's the perfect Robin Hood movie. Even though Robin Hood couldn't do an English accent.
No, he couldn't.
But still, yes, a very underrated actor that deserves better is Michael Wincott.
All right. This next one. Oh, wait, I got two more. I'll save the best for last. This next one. Underrated. This man is beloved in all our hearts that remember him and know him, even though he's not dead. He was in The Sword and the Sorcerer. He was in Night Court. He was in Sidekicks. He was even in an episode of Highlander. Richard Mall.
Bull.
No, it's not Bull at all. It's really Richard Mall.
I know, Bull.
You know what? I don't call out yours as BS. Why do you gotta call out mine?
I'm not saying BS, I'm saying Bull.
You know what? Forget you, man. He is underrated.
Dummy, his character in Night Court was called Bull.
I know that. I mentioned Night Court. And you're just calling BS on everything.
Okay, I don't know if I would say his career was underrated. He was a good actor, but I would never say he was like a leading man kind of guy.
I would.
I don't know.
He just didn't get a chance.
Maybe.
Put him in a comedy as like the lead cop who's got to help if he had been the lead in Kindergarten Cop, or at least Kindergarten Cop 2, would have been epic.
Yeah, if they had a better writer for Kindergarten Cop 2. But, I don't know. Richard Mole, I will give you this. The episode in Highlander, he probably could have done some more action films and been really good in that. But, I don't know. I mean, sure. You want to say he's underrated. I'm not going to fight that one too hard.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. For my next underrated, the actor himself is not underrated. Just the fact that I felt that he could have been in some dramas. He was underrated as a dramatic actor. And that is Marlon Wayans.
Oh, yeah.
Now, sadly, we only got very brief moments of seeing anything other than him being very silly and goofy in movies. But when you saw those moments, if you paid attention, you saw like, wow, this guy has the chops. For example, the movie The Sixth Man. Of course, it's a comedy. It's a silly comedy. He's goofy in it. But if you haven't seen it, spoilers, the movie is about him and his brother. They play basketball for a college. His brother has an accident while playing and dies. And when you see the scenes of him crying over his brother, mourning over his brother, you actually get a little bit choked up.
Oh, yeah.
Even though this is like a crazy, ridiculous movie, you're getting a little bit choked up and like, wow, I feel for this guy.
Seriously, if Jamie Foxx, of all people, can go from being ridiculously funny and slapsticky to the amazing, serious, dramatic actor he is, trust me.
Absolutely.
Marlon Wayans.
Absolutely. See, that was a perfect example. Nobody thought he could. And I will even admit it, me too. When I heard that he was playing Ray Charles, my first reaction was, the guy from Booty Call? But he's an amazing actor.
If only Tim Burton had done his version of the third Batman movie, we would have seen Marlon as Robin, and I guarantee you he would have killed it.
Maybe. And that would have been interesting to see. Even movies that sucked, for example. Like, you probably don't remember, and if you don't remember, good for you, the first Dungeons and Dragons movie.
I like that movie.
I didn't. I thought it was terrible. You could tell the actors who were actually good actors, like Jeremy Irons, were really just phoning it in.
Yeah.
But there was one part that first made me think about this. When Marlon Wayans' character, he's goofy, he's silly, he's the comic relief, but he's face to face with one of the lead villains, and he realizes that his only choice is to stand tall and fight. And it's like, wow. That moment. So even still, we have time. He's done some stuff. How about give him something that's not goofy, not silly, not over tops. Don't have him do White Chicks 2. Have him do something dramatic and serious, and let's see what he can do. Because I think he can pull it off.
Take a chance, Hollywood. Take a chance.
They're not really known for that.
No, they're not.
They're known for going like, oh, this worked once, let's milk it to death.
And then let's bow to everyone else.
Pretty much. So yeah, underrated as a dramatic actor is Marlon Wayans.
Now, we come to the pièce de résistance of my choices. You thought it was going to be Lucy Lawless, which is true, underrated, but my underrated. I have waited a long time for this. Is the great Elizabeth Berkley of Showgirls. Very underrated. Yes! You could not stop this. This was destiny.
You were so stupid. What'd you think? You say Elizabeth Berkley, and I'm gonna go like, how dare you?
You've been trying to suppress me this long.
I haven't been trying to suppress you. Just shut up about Showgirls. Get over it. We are never reviewing Showgirls.
But we will talk about its star and how underrated she is as an actress.
No, she's definitely not underrated.
She's totally underrated.
No, she's not. Okay, so here's the thing. Tiffany Amber Thiessen went to star in 90210 and showed that she had some acting chops. Mark Paul Gosselaar went and starred in a couple of other things to show he had some acting chops. Mario Lopez, Lark Voorhees, Elizabeth Berkley left Saved by the Bell to go do Showgirls and show that she had peaked with Saved by the Bell. Her acting in that movie was actually worse than it was in Saved by the Bell.
You know what kind of men love this movie? Get on the comments section. Get him, girls!
You know, the thing is, you constantly ask people to comment about how much they like Showgirls, and the only people that ever comment about it have agreed that it was a complete piece of garbage.
I'm not talking about Showgirls. See how prejudiced he is? I'm talking about Elizabeth Berkley. She was not given the chance she deserves.
No, she was given a chance, and they shouldn't have. Jessie Spano was the best thing she ever did, and that was terrible.
This coming from the guy who likes Hayden Christensen.
No, I don't. I just don't think he was as bad as you say.
He likes Pierce Brosnan.
So does just about every other man in this country.
Only men?
No, the women like him too.
Eh. And yet the men are the ones who try to smell like him. Toy! Underrated?
No.
Elizabeth Berkley.
Not at all.
Yes.
Not at all.
Yes.
In fact, the only person who did a good performance in that movie was Gina Gershon.
At least you said something was good in that movie.
But she could have been better.
I hate you.
But seriously, you're proving my point that the only people who actually like Showgirls are perverts like you who want to pretend that it wasn't porn.
It wasn't. You
was.
don't know me. You don't know me.
Yes, keep repeating the name of a terrible documentary about a terrible movie.
How would you know it's terrible? You've never seen it.
Is it about Showgirls?
Yes.
Then it's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. You know
Okay,
what?
children.
Right, Showgirls, ooh, boobies.
You know what? Let him say all he wants. Okay, but RuPaul stands by this movie.
Oh, well, if it's RuPaul approved.
Hell yeah, RuPaul is like the Oprah Winfrey of this generation.
No.
Just do your last one, you weirdo. Underrated.
Me, weirdo. You're sitting here trying to constantly throw out showgirl stuff because you won't accept the answer is no. We're not reviewing it.
Don't need to. I already did. I
From-
stuck it in. Harold would be proud.
Harold watched Showgirls and died. For my last, I'm going with overrated here. Incredibly overrated actress. Wouldn't say she's the worst actress in the world, but she's in contention.
I agree. Jennifer Garner's awful.
Okay, I'm not arguing that, but no. Worse than Jennifer Gardner. A woman who, honestly, I can only think of one movie that she's in that I like, and it had nothing to do with her. And this overrated actress is not only overrated with her acting ability, but she's also overrated with her looks. Everybody talking about how wonderfully beautiful she is, and she's not. And that is Angelina Jolie. Ridiculously overrated.
You shut up! I'm sorry. I got all excited. How dare you?
You know that she's overrated.
She's not.
She is.
She's a treasure. And she's done way more good
she's
movies. What one movie was it?
Wanted. But it had nothing to do with her. That was all James McAvoy.
She was in so many good movies.
No, she was not. Nothing she was in with her, she was good. Hackers. Terrible.
Girl Interrupted?
Terrible.
No, says you. I like that movie.
Of course you did. You like terrible movies.
Oh, like you love the greatest movies.
I don't like anything with Angelina Jolie in it. Maleficent. Gah!
She was the only good part of that movie.
No, she was the worst part of that movie.
You're the worst part of that movie.
The audience? Yeah, because I had to sit through it. She didn't even turn into a dragon. She just looks like one.
Oh, hell with you. Gia?
That movie was terrible. The only reason that movie launched her fame is because she got topless. Like Gia.
Dude, if God were a woman, he would look exactly like Angelina Jolie.
Yes,
No, he would look like a love child of Angelina Jolie and Monica Bellucci.
You get all your wisdom from American Dad? No, I'm sorry, but she was terrible in everything she does. She's a horrible actress. And again, she's not even very good looking. She's got an ugly face.
She's a goddess.
No. Even Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Ugh.
Okay, that movie was ruined by Brad Pitt.
No, he was the only thing that made it almost watchable.
The only time anything was watchable with him was Interview with the Vampire.
Seven.
I kind of went through a bisexual phase to that.
We all did. But he was great in Seven. He was great in Troy. So, he's done a lot of good stuff.
Angelina Jolie has done everything good too.
No, she was even horrible in that remake for Gone in 60 Seconds.
Nonsense.
That's where you're wrong. This is nonsense.
I love Josh. I love Josh. I love Josh.
Where did you get that?
I have my sources.
Don't you people judge me.
They already judged you by trying to stand up for showgirls. And now you're trying to stand up for one of the worst actresses in the world.
I stand up for greatness.
So, there you have it. Pierce Brosnan. He thinks he's overrated.
He is.
He's wrong. Michael Wincott. Underrated.
Underrated.
Richard Mole.
Underrated.
Sure. As a dramatic actor, Marlon Wayans. Underrated. Elizabeth Berkley.
Underrated.
Perfectly rated. Right down to there. And Angelina Jolie.
Underrated.
Ridiculously overrated. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notifications when we post new videos, and leave a comment. Tell me if you agree with us, tell me if you disagree. Love you guys.